Hello everyone, myself Khushi. I am a law student in IMU Law College and I am here as a legal intern in very reputed law firm Lexis and Company. So guys, today we are going to discuss the preamble of Indian Constitution, that which is also known as the summary of the Constitution. So let's begin with this topic. The word preamble was derived from the Latin word perambulus, which means the go before. The America was first who adopted the preamble in their constitution. Preamble refers to the introduction or preface of the constitution. It's like contain the summary of the constitution. Our preamble the preamble of Constitution of India is based on the objective resolution which was introduced by the Jawaharlal Nehru into the Constituent Assembly and which was adopted by the 22 January 1947 by the Constituent Assembly. Our preamble was only amended once, which was amended by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment in 1976, which added three words socialist, secular, and integrity into the India. If we're talking about that, which ingredients mentioned in our preamble, that the preamble are talking about the four things: the source of the authority of the constitution, which is derives this authority from the people of India. They are asking the nature of Indian society, which is the declare the Indian to be a socialist, secular, sovereign, democratic republic polity, and the objective of the constitution, which objectives are justice, liberty, equality, fraternity as the objective of preamble. Date of adoption, as all know, the 26th November 1949. The constitution, the preamble, they both are adopted on this date. Now we are going to discuss the keywords, the eight keywords which is mentioned in the preamble: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. These eight keywords mentioned into the preamble. So we discuss these keywords one by one. The first is sovereign. Sovereign means the supreme authority. Sovereign imposes that the India is a neither dependency nor a dominance of any other nation, but an independent state, which shows that India is a independent and not more a colonial or not dependent on any state of the world. Second one is the socialist. The word socialist, which was added by the 42nd Amendment in 1976. Socialist in India, the brand of socialism is a democratic socialism, not a communistic socialism, which is reflects the pure socialism. It involves the nationalization of all means of production and the distribution of abolition of private property, called the communist socialism, which is not the concept of the Indian socialism. Indian socialism, we can say they adopted the mixed economy, means the private and government sector both are exist into the Indian society. Next one is the secular. The word secular also added by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment in 1976, which means that the secular state were not expressly mentioned in the Constitution at the initially, but they are added by the amendment. No doubt that Constitution makers wanted to that they have a mentality, their ideology of the socialist, which reflects into the article 25 to 28 of our which is the fundamental rights. And the socialism means that no religion or anyone can follow no religion of the state, and anyone can follow their religion freely without any fear in India. That there is no official religion of the India, but we can follow independently our religion. It reflects the secular ideology of our constitution. Next is the democratic. The democratic polity based on the doctrine of popular sovereignty means a position of supreme power of the people. Next keyword is the republic. The term republic indicates in India that the head of the state is president indirectly elected for the 5 years. The republic means the head of state directly or indirectly elected by the people for the fixed time. Means our head is the is our president, and they are elected by indirectly by the people of India. Next is the justice. Justice, we can say, mention is a social justice, economic justice, and political justice in the preamble. Means the so in the social justice, equal treatment of all citizens without and social discrimination based on the caste, race, sex, religion, and so on. And economic justice, no discrimination between people on the basis of the economic factor like inequality in wealth and income and property. Political justice, all citizens should have the equal political rights and equal access to political offices. Next keyword is the liberty. Means the absence of restraint on the activities of individual and the same time providing opportunity or the development of individual personality. The word liberty reflects that we have a liberty of thoughts, expression, faith, worship, and the fundamental rights, which we can enforce by the court if the any government institution breaches or violates this liberty of the citizen, then we can enforce it by the court of law. Next keyword is the equality. Equality means the absence of special privilege to any section of a society and the provision adequate opportunity for the all individual without any discrimination called the equality. The word equality, which is mentioned in our Article 14, and our all fundamental rights are asking for the equality. Next keyword is the fraternity. Fraternity means the sense of brotherhood. Article 1 describes the union of state. State has not right to separate from the Union of India. It aims to overcome the hindrances of the national integration and like a communalism, regionalism, casteism, linguism, and sexism which is exist into the society. This is a responsibility of the state that they have to uh, uh, the fraternity between the citizen of India. So this is the keywords which is mentioned in the preamble. So the next question is that then Parliament can amend the preamble. Yes, the Parliament can amend the preamble, but according to the basic doctrine of basic structure, the Parliament cannot amend the basic structure of the preamble. Yeah, they can add some words, but they cannot remove these keywords uh, from the preamble of India. This statement, this doctrine, which was introduced by the Supreme Court, and they mentioned that the Parliament can amend everything in the Constitution, but they cannot amend the basic structure, which is derived by the Supreme Court. Which Supreme Court asked that. That which provision is the basic structure of the Constitution, and preamble is one of the basic structure of the Indian Constitution, which Parliament cannot amend and remove any keyword from uh, the preamble of India. So this is all about the preamble of India. If you have any question and query about this topic, then you have to ask me in the comment box, and I will give my best to answer. So guys, hope you like this video, and very thank you.